Hi guys, we're back again doing a Priscilla AI video. We're just reviewing it and we're just going to do about 15-20 minutes of it. We keep losing signal, so I'm not sure how long it's going to last. Let's give it a go, yeah? Here goes, guys.
This time, I mean, he had an affinity toward me. You know, he had a great care for me.
We did. We had a really close relationship.
We thought we had the story. We thought we saw it all. But this new interview changes everything.
So obviously the AI videos are really over the top, like very dramatic and exaggerated. But let's just go with it.
I was just a girl. I didn't know what I was stepping into. Really? Because just months ago, in an entirely different interview, she said, I was mature for my age. I knew what I wanted. And I wanted Elvis. And this time, it's not subtle, it's strategic.
Snack bar. It wasn't really a snack bar. It was just a place where a lot of the people would used to go and have hamburgers and Cokes or whatever. Mm-hmm. And a gentleman came up to me and...
Remember, we have heard contradictions to this story with Cary Grant, that it never really happened, that she befriended Cary Grant, not he befriended her. So we're not sure if what she's saying now is true. Let's keep going, guys.
Meet Elvis, and I thought he was kidding and said, sure.
Welcome back to the channel. Previous statements about Elvis, about how they met, when they started seeing each other, and how her carefully crafted innocence just doesn't line up with documented timelines, lie detector tests, or eyewitness accounts. But this time it's worse. This new interview, the one you're about to see, doesn't just conflict with earlier ones. It rewrites them. Why is that important? Because when someone rewrites the past, especially when they're profiting off that story, you have to ask, was it ever about truth or just control? In this interview, Priscilla downplays her influence, paints herself as a passive girl swept up in Elvis's fame. But then, not even 2 minutes later, she describes her time at Graceland with a level of confidence, control, and planning that sounds nothing like the naive 14-year-old we keep hearing about. This is the same woman who served as executive producer of the Priscilla film.
Started calling to see him again, but I didn't see him until 1962 when he called and asked my parents if they would allow me to go over there and see him.
Film. She had final say on every word, every scene, every portrayal of Elvis. And yet the inconsistencies continue. Why? Are these innocent lapses in memory, or intentional contradictions meant to reshape a claim by claim and compare it directly to previous footage, book excerpts, court records, and yes, the infamous Cary Grant lie detector results she still avoids talking about publicly? What she said what the records show and why.
So it refers a lot to the child bride.
What she said what the records show and why.
So it refers a lot to the child bride book. Let's keep going.
This version, just like the weight of history, so buckle up. This is a pattern, and it's time someone called it out.
Kissing women in the crowd on the lips than he did singing. I mean, was that difficult to watch?
Yeah.
Because to understand why this new interview is so explosive, we have to look back at what Priscilla Presley already told the world. In fact, we don't even have to dig far. Just pull up her own words from that 1980 interview. It was all very innocent.
I mean, I do find it very interesting, these
innocent.
I do find it very interesting, these AI channels, their version of things. Let's keep going.
A friend of his approached me in Germany and said Elvis wanted to meet me. I thought it was a joke. That's the narrative. Sweet, spontaneous, harmless. A 14-year-old military daughter sitting in a snack bar in Wiesbaden, Germany. Elvis, the world's most famous man, just happens to want to meet her. Her parents were cautious, but ultimately trusted the situation. Then she's swept into it.
So remember, there are many strong views about the parents, that it had been pre-planned by the mother, that it wasn't a chance meeting. Let's keep going, guys.
His orbit. The rest is history. That version of events doesn't match multiple eyewitness reports, or even her own book, Elvis and Me, which conveniently tiptoes around specific details, and it especially doesn't line up, which was based on court records, testimonies, and verified lie detector tests. He was stationed in Germany at the same time. According to Child Bride, it wasn't Elvis's friend who approached Priscilla, it was the other way around. Priscilla allegedly approached Cary herself and asked to be introduced to Elvis, and that's just the start.
This is what we've heard in the book Child Bride. Let's keep going.
According to Curry, who passed a polygraph test on these claims, Priscilla was coached on how to appeal to Elvis, what to say, how to dress, what not to say. He had an affinity toward me. He said I was different, quiet. Exactly what Curry claimed she was told to act like. Coincidence? The polygraph examiner concluded Curry was truthful in every answer. Priscilla found deceptive on nearly every key question, except one, which had nothing to do with relationship with Elvis. And yet,
so if you go on YouTube, you got Suzanne Finstad, the author of the book Child Bride. I don't agree with the title Child Bride. I don't think it's fair to Elvis, because when he married Priscilla, she was nearly 21, so she wasn't a child bride. But Suzanne Finstad, she does discuss this book in detail. The one thing I don't like is the title. The title does damage to Elvis. Also, Suzanne Finstad has said things that I wish she has never said. She's been involved in interviews, in documentaries that trash Elvis. I don't like the things that she said. Suzanne Finstad said Elvis had a sweet spot for very young girls, so I'm not a fan of Suzanne Finstad, so be careful with the book Child Bride, guys.
Yet she keeps repeating the same origin story, like we'd never looked deeper. Like no one's comparing receipts. This isn't just about a memory lapse. It's about a public narrative carefully sculpted over decades.
So you see Piers Morgan there. Don't forget, we have strong views about the interview that she did with Piers Morgan. Piers Morgan was much too soft with Priscilla. I think all the questions were pre-agreed. So the Piers Morgan interview was a complete letdown, and he spent the whole interview kissing her ass.
Reshaped every time a new interview drops. What she told us then doesn't hold up now. And in the next section, we'll break down exactly what she said this time and why it throws her entire past into question. Stick around. The contradictions are about to get sharper. In this newly resurfaced interview, filmed just recently, Priscilla Presley once again steps in front of the camera. The setting, calm, intimate. That signature soft-spoken tone, almost like she's reading a bedtime story, except this one's designed to rewrite her past. I was just a young girl. I didn't understand what I was getting into. Elvis had all the power. I was just trying to survive. Now pause. That's not the same voice from the 1980 interview. That's not the confident woman who said...
But guys, I'm going to have to shoot off. But thanks for joining me. This was just a test run. We'll carry on. We'll do a part 2 on this. So thanks, guys. Got to go. We're going to go and have a shower. Get ready for dinner. Take care, guys. See you soon.